Hello students, today we are going to study Landscape of the Soul. It is written by Nathalie Trogroy. Now, first of all, let us discuss about the lesson sees art. Art as spiritual journey. Spiritual journey to the inner recesses of the painter's mind. A layman, onlooker, conceptualizes art and its visual aspect. Only the painter can show the way to its soul. If a painter paints anything, it just comes out from his soul. Now there is a Chinese tale about the painter. Which painter? Wu Daozi. There is a Chinese tale. He lived in 18th century. Who lived in 18th century? This Wu Daozi. And his last painting was a landscape commissioned by the Tang Emperor Xuanzong to decorate his place wall. And he was a master, hid the work behind a screen for only the emperor to see. The emperor admired the wonderful scene, discovering forests, high mountains, waterfalls, clouds floating, men on hilly paths, birds in flight for a long while. The painter referred to the cave at the foot of the mountain where he believed dwelt a spirit. He thought that there was a spirit who was living over there. He clapped and the entrance to the cave opened. The painter told the emperor that the inside of the cave was splendid and showed him the way. As he entered, the cave door closed and the painter was lost to eternity. As the astonished emperor watched, the painting also vanished from the wall. Now, what do you think? What are the role of such stories in China's classical education? What we can say? Now, well, first of all, it plays an important part. Okay? Books of Confucius and Zhongri are full of them. Then it reveals the spirit of art. Okay? It always reveals the spirit of art. And for instance, the story of a painter who wouldn't draw the eye of a dragon for the fear that it would fly out of painting. Now, the delicate realism is the true essence of art. What we can say? That the delicate realism is the true essence of art. It is supported by the story of Queen Metzes, a master blacksmith who lived in the 15th century. He fell in love with the painter's daughter, not accepted by the painter because of his profession. Sneaked into the painter's studio and painted a fly on his latest panel. The painter mistook the fly for real. Admitted blacksmith as an apprentice in his studio. Then blacksmith married his beloved and became one of the most famous painters of his age. Now what do you think is the aim of art? What is the aim of the art? Well, we can say in Europe, its aim is to achieve a perfect illusionistic likeness. and in Asia it is different. In Asia we can say it is to achieve the essence of inner life and spirit. Okay, now now we are going to discuss the contrasting interferences from the two stories. First of all, we will discuss about the Chinese painter. Chinese painter. Well, Chinese painter does not mean to reproduce an actual view, not a real one. One can view and enter from any point, and it gives the audience liberty to travel in it up and down. Then it also creates a path for what? For one's eyes to view the painting with his own perspective and enjoy the deep plunges into it in a pleasurable and leisurely way. What else it does? It also reveals the true meaning of his work. How? By showing the way. So the emperor appreciates the painting only at its visual level, and the artist unravels to him by the mysticism of his work by showing the true way. Now, what about the Western painter? Well, for Western painter, we can say he believes in figurative painting, and then he wants the audience to view the painting from a specific angle as he sees it by borrowing his eyes. Now, Chinese concept expressed as Shen Shui. This meaning of this is mountain water used together represents the world landscape. It represents two contemporary poles, mountain and water. Mountain is yang, reaches vertically towards heaven, is stable, warm and dry in the sun. And here water is yin, remains horizontal, resting on the earth, is fluid, moist and cool. Now Daoism concept of creation. Which concept? We can say Daoism concept of creation. Now here what happens? Here we say Dao means both the path or the method. Okay, now only the artist can show the way to the mysterious works of the universe, and when creation takes place through the interaction of yin, the receptive feminine aspect of universal energy, and its counterpart yang, the active and masculine force. Now how we overlook the third element, the middle void where interaction takes place. Similar to the yogic practice of pranayam, breathe in, retain, breathe out. The void is a suspension of breath where meditation occurs. And what is the fundamental role of man? So the medium of communication between heaven and earth, the two poles of the universe, and its presence is essential, though suggestive also. As the admirer, the eye of the landscape, he gives new dimensions through his versatile perspective. I hope you all understand the chapter. Now, on the basis of reading of the chapter, you have to answer the questions. Two questions. Question number 1. What do the painter Wu Daozi's words, "Let me show your majesty the way," convey? And question number 2. What is the third essential element of universal creation? Okay, I hope you will be able to answer these questions. Enough for today. We will start with the next chapter soon. Thank you.